Hey crafty friends, this is Nye here. So today what we are going to do, we are going to assemble our layered Thanksgiving boy gnome. Okay, so I've got all of my pieces. They are cut out, they are lined up here. I'm ready for gluing. I will be using my art glitter glue here for all of my gluing. I also have my tweezers handy and ready because I'm definitely going to need them today. And I have a push pin here just to kind of help me with some of the smaller pieces. All right, so we're gonna get started right away. This video should be kind of short for us because it's just gonna be a lot of gluing. I don't know if I'll end up speeding up the video at all, but we'll see as we go along. Okay, so let's start here with the pieces of the pumpkin. So I've got the pieces for his hands, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add some glue right here where the hands are. And with this one, I'm just kind of lining up where the hands should go, and I'm pressing them down. I'm going to wait and do the wording at the very end, only because, as you can see, I didn't make it so we could line the lettering up here. If you wanted to not use the lettering, that's always an option for you. And I wanted to make sure that if you didn't want to use it, you didn't have to. You didn't feel like you needed to. So I'm adding glue here to the back. Now with this layer, there's so many pieces with the pumpkins, just to kind of, what do they call them again? The ribs of the pumpkins. Just to make sure that I'm getting all of it when I glue it down. So I'm going to go ahead now and just kind of hold this part between my fingers and then just lining it up, one right on top of the other. And so if you have any glue that's seeping through, like you can see some of mine, I'm going to let it go. But if you have a lot that's seeping through, you can always use a paper towel just to wipe some of that away. Or you can use your push pin there. Okay, so I'm going to add it to this green layer next. And there are his pumpkins in his hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the wording. Now, if you wanted to leave this off, you totally could, like I said. But if you wanted to put it down, then it's here for you and it's an option. When you're going to glue it, so as you can see, I'm holding it here with my tweezers. And I'm just kind of going around and adding a little bit of glue to these letters here at the back. All right, and then you kind of can line it up wherever you want and press it down. So I'm going to go right about there. Now, my gnome here, he's about, I think he's almost 5 inches in height and probably a little over 3 inches in width. If you decided that you wanted to make him a little bit smaller, you totally could. However, you might run into some difficulty cutting out this wording. And that may be a time when you're like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use it. And you don't have to. All right, so let's work on his mustache here and his hat. I'm going to work from the back to the front here. So let me just add the glue to the back of the tan part of his. So this is will really be his nose here. And just lining it up there. I'm going to pick it up and hold it between my fingers just to make sure that I get it precisely in the right spot. And for the black part of his hat, I'm just doing an alignment check to make sure that I've got it in the right orientation. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing. Pick it up, hold it between my fingers to get it in the right spot. And that one's a little bit off. So, oh, I think I pressed it down. It's a little bit off right there. You can see, but it's going to be all right. It's going too fast. And so for this part here, the rim or the brim of his hat, I don't know, would it be the brim? I'm going to press this down right there in the center. And then for the buckle of the hat, I'm going to hold this one now with my tweezers. Add a little bit of glue to the back of the buckle. And just kind of little dabs there. And then pressing it down. All right. So that takes care of that part. And so I'm going to put those two off to the side. And then we're going to go ahead. It's only 3 pieces now to glue his body here. If you feel that you want a little bit extra support, like if you feel like he's too flimsy with the two pieces of his body, you could go ahead and cut an extra layer of this solid piece of the back there. That's your personal choice. I felt like this would be enough, but it really depends on how you're planning to use him. You know, if you wanted to add him to a card, you could, or if you wanted to make him a little bit bigger and just kind of hang him on the wall, you could do that too. I keep hitting this. So that's always an option. Let me just get my orientation again. But if you decided to just kind of leave him the same size as what I did, I would recommend just kind of making sure that you at least just have the one. That should be fine. And so I'm just adding the glue here to the back. And then I'm going to hold it to make sure that I get this top part correct first. And then I'm going to do the bottom here. So these two white pieces here, they're just kind of to add a little bit of detail to his shoe. Okay. And so now we can glue down his hat and mustache and his nose just to kind of finish off this part of him. And again, just make sure you get your alignment correct before you press everything down. And then we can line up his hands right there on top, add the glue to the back of this one, and that's going to finish it off for us. So I would love to see how you guys end up using this craft. Be sure to send me a picture, drop me an email, tag me on Instagram or Facebook or something. And thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and happy crafting.